Olive Pride brings a touch of pride and the natural beauty of olive oil to your table. Made with love by Clover.
Don't worry, Dalmain girl, we're about to cook up some incredible inspiration here in the kitchen. And who knows, maybe you'll be painting one of us. Now, you may have come to know that it is Salt Awareness Week, and you might be needing a little inspiration as to how to reduce your salt content for your meals. Now, today, Chef Chewme shows us how to maximize on flavors that are natural in ingredients and minimize on your salt with our mushroom ragu and Clover Olive Pride and lemon potatoes. Now, to get this recipe, simply SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. SMSs are charged at 150 and free SMSs do not apply. Welcome to the show again.
Hi, I'm
Chewme,
back.
this sounds really, really good. I mean,
Yes.
you've got some of my favorites here.
Yes, darling. So what we're doing here is your favorites, good for your heart as well. So as Cindy Chin mentioned earlier, we want to make sure that we reduce the amount of salt in our foods. So this recipe is actually perfect for that. Yes. And to start our recipe off, I've just put some of our olive pride into the pan right now. And what we're going to start by doing is frying up our onions. Delicious. And they're going to be the base of our ragu. Ragu is normally made with beef or with meat, yes. But we're using mushrooms today because they actually have a compound, a flavor compound in them that when cooked down, just like tomatoes as well, when they're cooked down, they release umami. It's a flavor, basically, so you don't even need additional salt from there because of the flavors that it actually releases.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So this umami flavor that we can see very present in this recipe, where else is it echoed in terms of dishes? So if people at home want to try this flavor out and want to reduce their salt, how can they go about doing so? Would soy sauce be an example?
Soy sauce is an example, yes, but as you can see, we've also got lemon potatoes. And if you taste those potatoes, we haven't added any salt to them, but because of the lemony flavor that they've absorbed, they actually are perfect as is without any additional salt in them.
Yeah, I was snacking on the potatoes earlier because I'm a potato girl. I love that starchy kind of flavor. It's so delicious to me. But adding the lemon takes it to that ultimate other level. I mean, my grandmother loves potatoes. She used to, when she was still alive, God rest her soul, cook potatoes in every single way possible. I was like, Granny, every meal has to have a potato zambane, you know? But this is one way that she never got around to cooking her potatoes. So I'm sure we could make her proud in this kitchen
Definitely,
today.
definitely. And so what you can see I've done here, I've added some rosemary, some thyme, and some garlic. So these flavors will actually release into there, helping even more to add flavor to the dish without needing to add additional salt.
Beautiful.
So we're leaving them hold now so that once we've cooked them down, it's going to be easier to pull them out because we want the flavor from them, but we don't necessarily want to keep the actual ingredient itself.
Nice.
And so to our dish
so is that the ragu then? It's just the reduction
Basically.
from all the flavors that you've put in your ingredients?
In essence, yes, but it's actually the sauce that comes from it. So yes, that's basically what we're doing here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to leave our mushrooms to cook down. And what happens then...
It's by smelling so great in the kitchen, by the way, South Africa.
From all those
in case you need to know, Dumi doing an incredible job. And I love the fact that, you know, it being Salt Awareness Week, this is a topic that South Africa needs to pay more attention to.
Yes.
Our high cholesterol levels are scary, something that we should really be paying more attention to. So I love the fact that this recipe ticks all those boxes.
Correct, correct. So we are trying to get healthier. As a country, it is necessary. It's something that has been mentioned a lot. So we're trying to do that, give people recipes that actually help out with that. And in addition to our dish then, we've got some potatoes that we're adding here.
My favorite part.
These have been par cooked, so they're already cooked halfway. We're going to do the rest of the cooking in the pan. And what we're doing now is we're just trying to get them all nice and brown on the outside. So we've got our pan here on medium heat.
And I see that you've added some extra virgin olive oil here, this Clover Olive Pride.
Yes.
And what I like about it is, doesn't matter what you're trying to prepare in the kitchen. It is good, as you can see, for that light frying, not a complete deep fry, just a light fry, trying to keep healthy here, to add the crunchiness to the potatoes.
Basically, yes. If you can see over here, we've made some a little earlier. So what we've got here is we've got our potatoes. This is basically what we want from them. We want that nice little char on the outside because they're already cooked. So we want this little char on the outside, and that's when we come back and add our lime juice and our lemon juice and lemon zest, because this is where the additional flavor comes from. And as you've mentioned with our Evo, our classic, our Olive Pride olive oil, because we don't want to cook with it. We just drizzle it over, and this helps basically keep those flavors together
Locking
and
in
makes
the
the lemon
flavours.
juice and the lemon zest actually stick to the dish.
Beautiful. This
Yeah.
is so lovely. And I've never experienced potatoes being fresh. I mean, normally potatoes are the hearty side of the meal.
Yeah.
But here it comes through with that freshness and it cuts through all those flavors, topped off with that mushroom ragu.
Yes. and
Beautiful,
it's
beautiful.
Not heavy at all. So this is our dish over here, and then all you do now is just top it up with our delicious ragu, and that is our delicious light, less minimum salt recipe. And then you just dress it up with those beautiful micro herbs, and that's it.
Stunning. This looks really, really good.
No additional salt needed.
No
actually.
additional salt. Trust me, it does pack that flavor punch, so you won't even need the salt. You won't even miss the salt. Remember to SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe. And in case you've missed any of these steps, here's a quick recap.
Made with love by Clover. Olive Pride brings a touch of pride and the natural beauty of olive oil to your table. Made with love by Clover.